afternoon, and thanks for tuning in again to a FTX full market scan. If you don't have an FTX account, use the link in the description below and receive 10% off all your trading fees. All right, so before we get started, let's have a quick look at Bitcoin. Now, we had a huge sell-off yesterday due to the news about Russia and Ukraine, I think. Quite a big sell-off. Let's have a look. Let's see if we can get one candle here. We've got two here. It's about, 11% sell-off. We've recovered quite nicely. We've found this $40,000 mark again and rejected that. So there's no trades here on Bitcoin at the moment. The trend's not there. I will be focusing on the 4 and the 8 hour trends through this scan because they're the ones that are looking the best across the board. But yeah, nothing there on Bitcoin. Let's just see how it reacts to this level again. Whether we come up, test it again and reject, or who knows, we might push through and hopefully find support on there. 1 inch is looking quite good on the 4 and the 8. Now, what I like about this is that you scroll out to the daily and there's nothing in the way of achieving these targets. So if it does set up and we do get a nice pullback into that cradle zone, then I'll be definitely wanting to know about that. I think the 8 probably looks better. Yeah, I think it's the 8. The 8 looks a lot better, so that's why it's in the watch list. AFPERP, the same, waiting for those pullbacks. We've had a nice drop, waiting for a pullback into that cradle zone. There's no, we've got a level here, but it's not really going to back up our trade. If it does pull back that deep, then it's probably too deep of a pullback for me. So I probably won't take that. But yeah, a nice pullback into that cradle zone is what I'm waiting for on AVE. ADA, another one that's dropped. It's just pulling back. I don't like how flat this MACD is, and I don't like this this drop and this pullback. It's just not as clean as the others. Adventure Gold is, so we've had a bit of a spike in gold. I think the fear amongst traditional markets is pushing money into gold, so we've seen a nice increase in gold price, but there's no trades there. Alchemix, another one that's trending quite nicely. We've had a drop. We're waiting for that pullback. The 4 hour, it's not the 4. I think it's the 8. Looks the best. Yeah, the 8 definitely looks the best. So there's no level there to back up our trade, but it is looking good. Just a nice pullback, bearish candle in that cradle zone. Algo, let's just wait 1 second. There we go. Sorry, just waiting for some people to join. Hi Donna, how are you? So Donna, if you have any questions, feel free to throw them in the chat while I'm going through the scan, and I'll do my best to answer them. Algo, another one that's trending nicely, but we do have a bit of resistance up ahead, so that's why it's not in the list. Alice, messy chart structure. We did have a sell-off, but it is a lower low, but not a very distinct lower low, so we can skip that. All right, Alpha, another one. A nice pullback on the 8, back into that cradle zone. A bearish candle in around here would be really good. We'll have a look at the daily. There's nothing in the way of achieving our targets, so that's a real tick in the box. The 4 out, it's not the 4. The 4's starting to get a little bit messy, so it's the 8 that we're waiting for. I think the 8 hour closes in almost 6 hours, so we do have a fair bit of time to wait until these trades may present. So AltPerp, another one's pulled back quite deeply. It's probably too deep. We do have a bit of a level through here, but it's not really one for me. We did have resistance up ahead. Ampleforth, the chart structure is rubbish. Arweave, we've got a low to a high, so we can skip that. ASD is just very thinly traded. Atlas, not bad chart structure. 4 hours not that great. The 8 hours a lot better. Hey Kaz, how are you? Robbie, Nexty, hope you're well. Atlas, yeah, I think I can skip that. It's not as good as the others. I really like that we've had a few really good ones to start with, so now we can be extremely picky with the rest of the list. Atom, pulling back to a level, not exactly a distinct, clear lower low, like it's only barely broken this previous low, and it's pulled back quite deeply, so yeah, we can skip that. Audio perp, I was really hoping for a pullback to this level. I think we have, yeah, this level on the daily goes back from this area, test here, test here. We have got a nice close, but below that we've pulled back. A bearish candle on that level would be nice. Let's have a look at the 4. Yeah, it's definitely the 8. So the 8 and the 16. We don't quite have that yet, but we do still have some time for that to form. AVAX, another one that's sort of sideways. Axie, another one's pulled back quite nicely, but we do have a level, or more of a range of resistance through here. So if we were to take a cradle trade here, it may stop us from hitting our target, so that's why that's not in the list. Badger is looking good. Let's have a look at the daily. The daily doesn't look too bad. Maybe a bit of resistance there. But overall, it's not too bad. I think we've got better ones out there. There's no bit of a level running through here that may back our trade up. MACD is not too bad. Let's have a look at the 16. The 16 is not too bad. The cyclicity is not the best. It's not too bad. I think we've got better ones out there. So balancer, another one where we've got resistance up ahead if we were to take a trade. It's more of a range, but we've rejected here numerous times. So if we were trading into that, it may do the same thing. Band, another one with resistance up ahead, so we can skip that. Bayo is very messy chart. Bat, all right, a nice pullback, a very deep pullback. A pullback to this level would have been nice. That if that was a small bearish candle, that would be one to keep an eye on, but that's gone. It was too big, so no one took that. We can skip that. Hey Bob, thank you. Yeah, I think yeah, I'll be waiting out as well. Waiting for the remainder of the day, which is good. You know, I'm well overdue a break from the charts. But it's always good to stay interacting with the charts. You know, you keep in flow with the market, and once you're in flow, you really notice it. You really notice, like before you start a scan, you know what time frames you're keeping an eye on. You know which ones you're watching because you knew yesterday that, you know, the daily was setting up. So now you're focusing on the lower time frames, and it's just really important to stay in flow with the market. It's hard to get into, but once you're in, you don't want to leave. All right, BNB, another one. We've got a level here, so we're not trading into that. BNT, nice pullback. Let's have a look at the 16. A little bit messy on the 16 for us, so we can skip that. Boba, I will delete that level. Yeah, it's not great on the 16. Brazilian token. Let's have a look at this on the daily. So this is really nice. Like this is trending really nicely on the daily. If we have a look at these lower time frames, it gets really wicky and thin. So that's a really good example of a thinly traded market. These sudden spikes up and spikes down, you don't want to trade that. BSV is quite flat on the daily. Yeah, messy on the 8. C98 was one I liked from this morning. We've had a nice pullback, another drop, a nice pullback. The 16's there as well. Yep, the 16 looks good. So that's why it's in the list. I did really like this one. Unfortunately, it's not really backed by a level. So it wouldn't be my #1 priority, but it is in the list. Cake was, yeah, we've got a level through here. We've had a sudden sell-off, pullback. I would like it backed up by this level, but it's, you know, if it does get that high, then it's a really deep pullback. Cello perp is looking nice. Sorry, just have a copy. Let's have a look at the 16. The 16 is not too bad. The 8 hour. So if you are doing like your own scan, your own FTX scan, yeah, definitely focus on these 8 hour time frames. Create a watch list. I don't mind creating such a large watch list. I get to the end and then focus on the watch list and go through that list and sort of prioritize which ones are backed by bonus factors, backed by levels, backed by, you know, just better chart structure, and then you're left with a smaller list of really good ones. And then you know, approaching close time for those candles, you can focus on the sort of the smallest entry candles or whichever ones look the best. Cello, yeah, not too bad. Celsius, the chart structure is just not there. Winston, Dan, how are we? Trinity and Chuck. Oh, you're not too late, you haven't missed much. I think there's not going to be any sort of pressing trades that come out of this scan. It's mainly the 8 hour time frame that I'm watching. Maybe some 4 hours, but we'll see. But yeah, mostly the 8 hour. All right, Chili's. We've got a level through here. Not a round number, unfortunately. $17 maybe. Sorry, 17 cents. Rejected a few times. Pull back. A pull back to that level might be something to keep an eye on. Let's have a look at the 16. 16's there. The 16 looks good. I might throw that in. Unless there's something I'm missing. Or, no, not really. We'll keep that. Clover. That's some really nice chart structure on Clover. A little bit of a level through here. Would want this candle, this entry candle, to close below that level, so we're not trading into that. Comp. Yeah, not really. 16, how old does this look? 16 doesn't look too bad. I think we've got better ones though. It's more, yeah, there's just something about that I don't like. Convergence. Looking good. Not really backed by a level though. Cream, very flat. Crow. Crow's looking messy. We've got, yeah, this area down here. We really want to break below that before looking for shorts. Yeah. CRV. No levels through there. But we are pulling back. Let's have a look at the 16. 16's good. Yeah, bearish candle in that cradle zone would be good. CVC, yeah, we need to break a little bit lower and get that chart structure looking a lot better. Dash. Yeah, bit of a level through there. Yeah, trading into a level, we don't want that. Dawn, chart structure is rubbish. DeFi, very deep pullback. We've got a level here so we can skip that dent. Another one that did pull back to this level on the 8, we got a bearish candle. Not sure if anyone took that trade. Let's So look at the 16. You know, the 16's there. Would have been a cracker trade. Yeah, I think we can skip that. Dodo. Nope. Doge. Now this is one that I was keeping it on. I think it was the 4 hour. I liked this on the 4. Now we've got a level through here. From back here. A test here. Testing there. The 8 hour as well. 8 hour looks good. If you've done the courses, you know what the fib tool is. It's got a couple of fib levels in there as well, so that's why I had that in the list. It's looking good. If we get a nice bearish candle within the next 1 hour and 40 minutes, and based on our entry and stop, yeah, that's looking good. Dot. I think we can skip dot. Dragon. Another one trading into resistance. Does a nice pullback into the cradle usually hit a certain fib level? So when I take a cradle trade, I need to run my fibs, and it needs to be within that range of the 38, the 50, and the 60. It needs to be in there before I'll take a cradle trade. If it's outside of that, then it's either too shallow or too deep. Right, DYDX. Pull back to this level. Let's have a look at the daily. Daily's not too bad. 16. 16's there. So 8 hour. Yeah, I mean, that's not looking too bad. Eden. No, we can skip that. Elrond. I think I can take Elrond out. I don't like it too much. There's a bit of a level through here, but that won't be deep enough for the cradle zone. So engine perp. Level through here. Ooh, a 4 hour bearish candle in that cradle zone on that level. Oh, the MACD. The MACD is a bit flat for the 4. The 8. I think I'd rather take it on the 4, because we need that to pull back deeper into that cradle zone. We'll be trading into this level, so I think I can take that out. I will be doing a scan later this afternoon before these 8 hours close. So if you're in the Slack community, I'll keep you updated. If you're not, then why not head over and jump in the Slack group. EOS, no. ETC, no. ETH is looking messy. Exchange perp. No. Fido, we've got a level just there. Filecoin. Yeah, a level through there, so we don't want to trade into that. Flamingo, this is just sideways. We don't like that. Flow. Another one that pulled back to that level. We got a bearish candle on that 8 hour. I didn't take that. What time was that? 7 o'clock last night. Not sure if anyone took that. Let me know if you did. But that's, yeah, not the best pullback on flow. Phantom. Let's have a look. Oh, a bit of a level through here, and it's 1.5. Test. We've had a few tests through there. Needs a lot more work to do. I mean, a bearish candle there on the 4. Oh, no, it's divergent on the 4. 8 still there. We'll keep that in the list. On the 8 hour, definitely not the 4. FTT is very messy. Gala. Gala was looking really good yesterday, but it just didn't give us what we wanted. And yeah, there's a level through here, so we don't want to trade into that. GRT. What do we have? Very deep pullback. Hedera, very messy. Helium. Level. Holy. I reckon we put a level through here too. Yeah, look at that. Not a distinct level, but more of a range, where it's rejected here, rejected a few times through here, so trading into that would just be a little bit too risky. Holy, same thing. Hots, or holo perp. Pulling back to this level. It's very deep. Very, very deep. MACD's there. No, that doesn't look too bad. I'm sure if you ran fibs over there, you may get a fib level. I'll throw that in. Huobi, nope. Hump, nope. IC perp. We can delete that. The 4 hour is looking good. The MACD is good as well. 8 hour. Ooh, I've got a level through here. A pullback on that 4 hour on IC perp might be nice. We'll keep that in the list. ICX. Another one, MACD's divergent. IOTA. MACD is good, but there's a level that we're trading into. Carver is very deep. Kin is a mess. KNC is a mess. Kilo trading into resistance. Okay. KSM doesn't look too bad. The 4 hour is divergent. Leo is very messy and sideways. Lena perp is pulling back. I think now that we've got a list of contracts that are backed by levels, then that's what I'll be wanting. Because I know if we add these to the watch list, then the first thing I'm going to do is go through that watch list and cull ones that aren't backed by a level. So this one's not backed by a level, so we can skip that link. No. LRC. Loop ring, we've got a level through there, so we'll be trading into that. I'll take that out. Litecoin. Let's have a look at the 4. Very deep pullback. The 8 hour. Yeah, I think that needs to close quite bearish, and if it does, it will be large, so I think I can skip that. Luna. Bucking the trend. Maps are sideways. Matic has a level that we're trading into. Mana. Very deep pullback. Let's have a look at the 4. Divergent. It's a bit of an interesting list today. A lot of divergence on these 4 hour time frames, but the 8's still good. So, yeah, I'm interested to see what the next move across this board is going to be. Media perp, nothing there. Is very thin. Mid cap, we needed to stay below this level. Unfortunately, we haven't. So, as I've been saying, there's a few that have broken back up above these levels, these key daily levels, which is interesting. Which is starting to make me think that the other ones that haven't broken down, you know, we know that the market moves generally in the same direction. Whether some of these have broken their resistance and they create that support on top and take off, who knows? Mango. Sideways, MTA. very messy. Metal, we've got a level here. MVDA, very deep pullback, and a range through here. That's the same near perp. A level through there, but that doesn't mean anything to us. Let's have a look at the daily. I'll take that level out. That's a bit messy. Four hours divergent, the 8 is there. I think we've got better ones. Neo. Yep, low to high. OKB. Not too bad. But not really backed by a level, so we can get rid of that. OMG, we've got a level just down here. One perp is looking good. 16. 16 is looking good as well. We can keep that in the list. Oop. Oxy. Now Oxy is looking good, but I think it's really thin. PaxG is gold perp. 4 hours very messy. The 8's not great either. Polis. Nope. Priv perp. Yeah, I've got a bit of a range of resistance through there, so Prom is messy. What's this? Pundy. No thank you. Cutum. Bit of level through here that we need to get past. Ramp. Maybe quite thin, this one. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird chart structure on this one. Ray perp. Need some work to do. Reef. A little bit of level through here. If that was a round number, it would be a lot better. Ren perp. Messy. Rook, no thank you. RSR. Looking good, but not backed by any levels. Root. Again, no level. Sand perp. Sand's not looking too bad. It's a deep pullback. Seco, no. Shiba. Scale, no thank you. Smooth Love is very messy. Solana sideways. So a lot of these contracts are starting to look divergent on the 4 or starting to look sideways. Right. Siren is a skip. Yeah, Taylor Luna. Yeah, Luna seems to always buck the trend, doesn't it? Messy. No, that's very messy as well. Well, not messy, it's just not a clear pullback. Sushi. Is it back to our level? No. Theta resistance. Tomo is sideways. Sorry, I'm just really getting through these last ones because we have a half decent list already that I want to go through. Yep, Rhys, Tron. Uniperp. Nope, very deep pullback. Uniswap. Nope, needs some work. VChain. Got a level through there. Very flat on the MACD. Waves sideways. Tether gold. Let me know if you guys took any trades yesterday. XRP. And XRP is not too bad. There's just no. Is there a level here? No. No. And finally, Zilliqa. One that we do have a level on. The 4 is still convergent. So the 4, 8 and the 16 to watch on that one. Let's have a look at the list. Yeah, so quite a large list. If you were following along and you've got this same list as me, I would go through and use levels to back up those trades, go through your bonus factors as well, run some fib levels and really cull out the worst ones, and maybe stay with a list of about 5 to 10 to keep an eye on as we come into the close of the 4 and the 8 hour. We've still got a little bit of time to wait before the 8 hour closes. A lot of them like what do we got, 1 inch, like 1 inch on this 8 hour time frame. We've still got 5.5 hours before this candle closes, and then we need another 8 hours to get that bearish candle in the cradle zone that we want. So still got a little bit of time. So yeah, bit of a boring day in the market. There's not really any lower time frame trades, so just waiting for these pullbacks on the 8 hour time frame. All right, that's the scan for today. Thanks for joining, and I'll chat to you guys soon.